The third episode of Star Trek Discovery was almost a brand new pilot for the show, and we got to meet some of the crew we'll be spending time with as the series progresses, including Trek's first LGBT character, Science Officer Stamets, the flame-haired cadet Tilly, and of course a captain the likes of which we're not used to dealing with on the good side of the equation, Lorca, played by the always incredible Jason Isaacs. Hello. The actor has been chatting with TV Line in the wake of episode 3 hitting Netflix this week, and they gave him a big grilling. It turns out taking the part in the first place was rather a leap of faith on his part. Back when I was first offered the job, there were only 3 scripts written and they sent those to me. They said, just a few things. 1, the show is not about the captain. 2, you're not in the first 2 scripts. And 3, ignore the 3rd script, they're going to rewrite it. I went, okay. That's really not a lot to go by, but then I met them and chatted a couple of times, and decided to go for it. Lorca, as we've quickly become accustomed to, is a very determined man who probably doesn't really see the need for delicate interactions and the prime directive. He's on a mission, and Lord help you if you get in his way. He's got a tough gig. Lorca been tasked with trying to win the war, and the war's going really badly, Isaacs explains. It's been months since the end of episode 2 and a lot of people died. They're losing, and the Federation has no idea what to do. He's good at war and he knows how to kill, and he's been around death, so they go, do something. Here's some technology, we think it might lead to something. But basically the kid gloves are off. You have license here. We're forgetting the Geneva Convention. All the normal rules of civil engagement are gone for you. Hire who you want, fire who you want, because if you lose this war with the Klingons, it's the death of not just the crews, or the ships, but billions of people across many different planets. The new captain hasn't entirely embraced the team he's got just yet, seeing them as rather a work in progress, and explorers that he needs to turn into soldiers for the cause. Lorca has no patience for the science officer, poor Stamets, who is just a f-king idiot who would run double-blind tests forever, Isaac says, before adding he might be brilliant at the science, but he's a moron when it comes to recognizing the situation we're in, why we're in it, what needs to be done practically, and what new standards need to be set when someone's actually shooting at your head. That's why I feel like I'm dealing with idiots left, right and center, but I'm going to do my best to knock them into shape, to try to literally save the world. It sounds megalomaniacal, but he is kind of tasked with saving the Federation and everybody in it, so he will do that scrupulously, or unscrupulously, any way he can. And Lorca knows Burnham will be an excellent addition to the team, but how willing she will be to go along with his subversions, only time will tell. He needs crew who are going to do what's necessary, not hesitate. It's a science vessel, it's got a bunch of explorers on it. He's completely hamstrung by who he's surrounded by, and he's going to get all the good crew he can, and Burnham is someone who is not only clearly very smart and pragmatic, but she was at least once, previously, prepared to break all the rules to do what was necessary and save lives. Whether she'll do it again, she's a complicated creature. She's clearly crippled by guilt. The moment I meet her, she feels like she's never going to return a library book late. You can read the whole interview here. Here's the trailer for episode 4 of Discovery, The Butcher's Knife Cares Not for the Lamb's Cry. More as we have it. Star Trek Discovery release date. You can find new episodes of the series on Netflix UK every week. Season 2 will be a long way off, it's been confirmed. Alex Kurtzman, who produces the show, recently sat down to talk about Season 2 plans, and revealed that the crew is only in post-production on episode 5, with the final 2 episodes of the season still filming. Taking this into account, we'll be in for quite the wait for more episodes when this is all over. 2019, in fact, is the air date the team is aiming for. Ideally, on the early side of 2019. There have been preliminary conversations about when and how a second season could air, and we've been very consistent in our message, which is that, rather than announce a date and have to push again, let's take into consideration everything we've learned from this season, Kurtzman said. Now we know what we can do and where the sand traps are, so let's give ourselves ample time to announce a date that makes sense to everybody, both the needs of production and CBS. Breaking story is, in some ways, the easier and faster thing. It's the ability to execute on it that's much harder. We want to take the right amount of time and don't want to rush.